Good evening, ladies and gents. This is Nerds the Human, and welcome back to our Britannia Rebels campaign on Medieval 2 Total War. And you join us here in Ireland, where we're ready to head into Athenry and hopefully take out a little bit more of the English force on the island here, because I think that would just leave them with Meath over here. Yes, indeed, we could kick the English out, and to be honest, any booty we can get is sorely needed. We have sorted that out a little bit last time with some capturing of cities down in the south of England, and also by changing their capital over to London, which is far more central on the whole. Norwich is under siege. We have Cornwall soon to fall to us as well, and oh yeah, things will be coming together very nicely indeed. Let's go and send these peasants back to Glasgow and just make sure we've got what we need in these two cities. We might just need to hold these for a little bit. And of course, there are the Norse now heading over towards our more Highland-based territories. So, you know what, if it will just hold them off for a little bit, that's fine. If we lose them, it's not the end of the world, if I'm honest, because just keep them busy whilst we deal with England, because England definitely look like the main prize. And on that note, it's time to head in over here in Ireland, and we have... Oh, interesting. They fancy their chances, do they? I don't think they're going to win at all. Let's head in. Interestingly, we have actually managed to get the ram up to the gate, and it probably will burn as soon as we get there, randomly, as it often does, but we do seem to have ourselves the walls. They're not actually standing on them, which makes me feel a little bit uneasy. I guess the main reason the game fancies chances is because it has 2 units of actual infantry. Pretty good infantry actually, and we don't. We have some infantry, bit of experience, but it's not that good. We use his archers well, and at the moment I'm not sure if I'm going to manage to do that, but we will see. We're not in the worst position. There's some armoured sergeants over there, and where are the other lads? We'll have to find them. Interesting, the archers have run to the front and these guys have run away as soon as the gate's gone down. That is odd, but I guess I am happy with, because the archers do need to go down. Let's go and get the cav in here as well. They might as well start running in. These guys have run away at the time that we have captured this wall, which again, not really what I was expecting, but I will take it. So let's go and grab our archers. Actually, archers probably better the other way round, so we will just change around the way we're going to line these guys up here, and we'll just see if we can shoot them down from safety, because they want to defend the walls. We are going to have a lot of problems, but it does seem like they are not making the best tactical choices right now. With any luck, that continues. We've actually killed the general because he's a random archer lad. He's getting up again and again and again, but I think he's dead, if I'm honest. So in we pile into the flank, and that should be those archers dealt with. That does give us an opportunity to get our lads up in position. Thank you very much, Mr. Archers. That will be lovely. And the other archers are over here. We should probably get them up on the walls around this sort of position. That would be great. What remains of the archers are going to get themselves mopped up by a lovely cav. A little charge in the side should hopefully finish them off for good and get our archers into position and start shooting down the infantry as much as possible. There will inevitably be a little bit of a difficult affair at the very end to finish them off, but you know what, I'm happy enough with this. Get our archers up on the walls and shoot them down. Exactly the game we want to play, shooting down the billmen, who obviously don't have themselves any kind of shield to defend themselves. They are getting slaughtered. They have gone already. Oh, that's just what we want to see. These guys don't know what they want to do. Oh, the game is working very well indeed. The armoured sergeants are doing what they should have done at the very start and actually fight us on the wall. If I'm honest, it's probably a little bit too late, if I'm frank. Billmen are now gone as well. I think we should go to fire and try and finish off them before my Kerns get themselves absolutely slaughtered. Yeah, there we are. The battle is ours. And with that, another city falls and we have money once more. Ooh, Ulster swordsman, English heavy billman. Okay, some Gallic archers and English billmen again. Very nice indeed. So is this one a mix? Yes. So because we've got 51 to 49% here, I'm seeing myself some Ulster swordsmen, but also English heavy billmen. Nice to see. I want some of those swordsmen sometime soon. And the game is very very confused about this. Will it change culture? I wonder if it will change culture because of the units I've just walked in with. That sounds interesting. Honestly, the way that culture works with rebels walking into cities on this game has always been so strange. I do explore it a little bit in my guide to the rebels on Rome Total War, but it's hard to get a handle on. It's very hard indeed, so let's not worry about that too much for now. Now, one thing I really do want to do is get some top units trained out of Arundel. Now, is that going to be too much of my money spent? You know, I do need a little bit of it spent up north. Down in the southwest, Richard actually wants to take us on. Interesting. We've got ourselves a little bit of a sunny battle. Could be interesting because we don't exactly have an awful lot in terms of infantry, but we'll see what we can do. In comes the general straight out of the city then, and honestly, I think the choice here is a very, very clear one. We are in front of the rock to blunt the charge, which does seem to have done something. We're going to get our archers around the flank, and we're going to get the cavalry around the flank, and hopefully we'll be able to do the job. These guys just need to go on guard at this point. They are already shaken. You guys, anytime you want to run, and that isn't a run, that would be absolutely lovely. So, archers are in position. Shoot them down, my good sir. Shoot them down. And I think we'll just watch the volley come in. Come on, draw the arrows already. This takes forever. This is really the only way of making arrows actually effective in this game. Unfortunately, they probably still have quite a few hit points. So we'll charge in the cav whilst we await the next volley. Anytime, my good sirs. I don't know why you're shuffling around. You're just going to get yourself shots. There we are. Nice charge into the flank. Pull cavalry out of there. Okay, the infantry are dying, but they're just about holding. Archers, hopefully, will start to do some really good work. Anytime. Anytime. Okay, we need to... Apparently we need to charge them down. I think they might be running back into the city at this point, but I'm not sure quite what's going on. Either way, the archers still have themselves a good shot, so we'll make use of that situation. Anytime the infantry want to be useful would be great. Cavalry really shouldn't be doing this for much longer. There we go. Infantry are back in, and they're down to, what, 13 now. We are mostly there, but it's a little bit slow. He's turned his back to the archers, which seems like a stupid idea to me. They're getting themselves shot down. In comes the cav. In comes the infantry, and the general is going in for one heroic charge. Oh no, he's going towards the archers. Decided that wasn't a fun idea. Okay, I reckon we've just about got him beaten now. This lad, he's right here. Anytime, lads. Anyone want to kill him? Archers don't want to kill him. Infantry? Anytime? Nope. Useless. Well, job done anyway. Job done anyway. No, I want to shoot him down. I want to shoot him down. It's been too long for this lad. He gets to be shot. It's only fair that he goes down the proper and true way, shot down like the fiend he is. He's actually going to come for a charge. Fair play, this lad. Fair play. And I think, yeah, we'll just get in there. We're going to shoot him from point blank range. And amazingly, lads there survived as well. Fair enough, my good sir. Richard, you were a noble, noble foe. They seem to think this is a glorious victory, but you know what? I'll take it, but not a lot more than that. Of course, we're going to sack the settlement and a Thieves Guild. No, we're not wasting our money. Winchester should be reinforced, they say. Well, okay. I mean, we could. Doesn't he have, like, nothing in it? So maybe we will. Seeing as there is an army over here. Interesting. They have themselves un catapulto. Okay, well, I guess then we'll spend some money on some peasants because that's all we can do right now. Over here in the west, I suppose it's time to destroy another church because that's what we do. And the brothel, none of that nonsense. Thank you. We'll take the money instead. Okay, well, we're in a good position here. Oh, we got us as a boat in a place where we don't care for them. How marvellous. Well, we'll just put them there for now and we'll worry about that a little bit later. The Welsh are really attacking Cardiff. There's another Welsh army over there. Looks like the Welsh might be winning that pushback at this point, which is probably a good thing for us. Okay, okay, we're doing all right. There aren't any more sieges up here. Oh, the Norse have arrived at Perth. Does that mean they already have Aberdeen? It might mean that, you know. Can't tell right now. I don't have eyes on Aberdeen. No little spot of view anywhere for me. Oh, and they lifted the siege on Inverlochy. That's interesting. Now, I'm going to get myself the upgrade. I'm just going to take the risk that we won't get to besiege for a little while. And with any luck then we can get ourselves some more troops because the horses aren't going to help us that much when it comes down to it. Okay, we've now got quite a few troops in Glasgow. That's good to see. So I wouldn't mind just reorganising this so I can kind of imagine what we have. So we have ourselves, okay, a decent little force. Nothing too spectacular, but you know what, it will do. So we'll go and chuck our peasants back in. We'll chuck the pikemen back in. That's quite a lot, actually. We've got the archers and the cav can go in at the end. Lovely stuff. And the game is reorganising it for me. Thank you, game. Right, the archers are useful. I'm just going to get more pikes, and that should be able to hold as much as we need it to. As for this, honestly, I think that's for the better. We can train that, and their border horse, these are Norse scouts, so we can't train those. We'll get another unit. That's good. Over in Derry, then, we can finally retrain those billmen, and honestly, I'd rather get more billmen than anything else. And over here, okay, we can get ourselves some Gaelic archers, which are nice. They're not the longbowmen, but they're decent enough. They'll do the job. When we go and take, what we got Norwich to take, haven't we? As well. That might give us a little bit more money, and we'll see. We might have to reorganise our funds. But, oh yeah, things are coming together nicely. Norwich is slightly more interesting than I realised. There's actually a reinforcement army there. Well, the game still fancies my chances. I do have longbowmen, armoured swordsmen, and some armoured sergeants. Inside the town itself is some feudal knights. I've got the spearmen to deal with them, and then they have some basic lads. We're going to try and pick those off as they enter the battlefield. Let's get in. Interestingly enough, we've got ourselves a lovely building here at the edge of town, and I do think that this will give us a nice little spot to, well, not quite shoot into the city, although you can actually from this hill here. No, more to intercept. It just happened to be just about in the path of the reinforcements. If I can indeed pull them towards me, they do seem to be heading in the direction of my little church over here. They seem to have decided against facing us off in the end, and they're running towards the city. I, in some ways, don't blame them, but I'm going to start shooting them with my archers. Ooh, infantry should probably start running more in that direction and see if we can draw them in with the archer fire. Indeed, to be honest, by the time they try and pile through the gate, we should be starting to catch them. We are now starting to pick them off. Let's just get all of these infantry running in. Run on in. Come on. They seem... Come on, their orders... Okay, for some reason the game is refusing to do what I'm asking it to, which is really unhelpful. You're supposed to catch them, damn it. Right, we're just going to pile into the rear of them, and the archers are going to start running forward and start piling in the arrows. This is not an efficient way of doing this, but, oh well, it is what it is. They've now managed to get all these towers on. Their feudal knights are coming in. Oh, this is not the plan at all. We've managed to kill the general. Lovely, he got himself trapped outside the gate. That's the route there. And at this point, to be honest, I don't mind... Yeah, I don't mind chasing down the cav and heading to the plaza straight away. Not the worst idea, actually. Let's just run straight there. They're all routing. We've got them all routing. Oh, isn't that just marvellous? At this point, it really is just a race to the plaza. All units, just run there. Just get there as fast as you can. Can you start moving? They're just ambling around right now. Get on top of them. Slaughter them. Well, we're now in the town plaza with whichever lads manage to make it back here, but the longbowmen can do their work, and indeed they're going to start charging into us on this flank. That's interesting. Hopefully then they will hold, put these guys onto guard mode, and these infantry then can start pushing from this side if they're going to do that. Send the missiles into the back of them as much as possible. Okay. So we're going to start pushing them from this side. Oh, they broke just as the reinforcements arrived in the rear. This game always does that. It is so infuriating. Fine, infantry, get yourselves back over here. Back over here. These lads just retreat as well. Don't worry about this. Just pull yourself out of there. We'll do this on the one front only. Does seem like their cav wants to chase us down, which is interesting. These guys really shouldn't be running forward. They should just be shooting what they can. And yeah, half the enemy force. This is a little bit scrappy. We actually haven't lost that much, but it is a little bit mad of a battle. Yeah, we've done a decent amount of work. It's just we have to keep on pushing through. At the moment, we've got our armoured swordsmen being whittled down by these cav here. Got our spearmen running through them, which hopefully isn't going to break us. We are very tired. Everyone's been running around, which is probably to their advantage, but you never really know. Aha! Victory and glory. The general has been taken down, and that is victory? Huh. Apparently that's victory. Oh, take it! These guys had already lost, actually, because that entire army had routed at an earlier point, so technically, they'd already been defeated, so I guess once the cavalry had been defeated off the plaza, victory was ours. Okay, well, absolute masterclass. And with that, Norwich can be sacked. Beautiful, beautiful news. Although the English army is apparently headed over to Norwich. They're really upset about losing Norwich. Fine. We'll do what we can. That's slightly problematic. I'd rather get a new unit, to be honest. That's the better option. And we'll see about that one. That one might not end well for us. But it might be a good way of whittling them down. I don't know. We will see. I'm glad we didn't lose too many in the end. Actually, it would be the worst idea to sally forth and take out the rest of that force. I might well do that, but probably not worth showing you all of that boring chaos. What I can do now, though, is get, oh yeah, a few more troops from over here. So, longbowmen, that'll be marvellous, but I also want to get some over in this part of the world as well. Ag. Yeah, we can't. We said 2 turns until we can actually get anyone from there. That's a bit of a pain. Sterling's already hiring. That's fine. Glasgow is getting some reinforcements. I'm going to get a bit more cav just to make mopping up a little bit easier. A bit more scouting in the world can't be a bad thing. And to be honest, yes, Shaftesbury. Did I get these because you couldn't train? Yeah, we've got another turn until we can. You might as well get whatever we can in there right now, that's for sure. And otherwise, okay, not the worst idea to maybe just get an extra unit. Something, yeah, some kind of militia units in these towns wouldn't be the worst idea, just to keep them ticking over and they're free upkeep. Unsurprisingly, the Welsh and the Scottish now have themselves an alliance. Big pile of peasants in Shaftesbury, but no siege. Interesting. Well, we'll have to figure out where that army's gone. That's a bit worrying. The army at Norwich isn't there either. This is all very perplexing. Oh, I keep getting myself lots of new troops in Ireland. The quality isn't brilliant, but a bit of experience on them. Bit damaged, but we've already had some others over here as well. And altogether, well, I do wonder. Oh, Cork does have a fair few people in it. Interesting. Yeah, I just wonder if there's an opportunity to pick off anywhere. But the Irish seem to have quite a few armies around. Maybe I should try and get these guys up towards Derry and Lifford. And maybe I'm able to do something with them in time. I'd rather you move here, but that's no longer hidden. Oh well. Apparently we've reinforced Winchester. Didn't even realise I had done it. Marvellous news. Okay. Things are slowly coming together. We are under siege in Inverlochy. Hardly surprising, but possible to win. Possible to win that one. We need to get some scouts back out and a boot. So these guys, yeah, this is the problem. We kind of can't get around here. Wouldn't mind seeing what's going on in this part of the world. I might just send a scout around here, and we'll have to see. Just want to be careful to avoid the Norse lads, who could yet cause us problems. Now, down here, whilst this army isn't probably enough to actually win a normal battle here, it certainly can hold. So I am tempted to, yeah, start moving towards a fort and see if we can tempt them in, because it might have an interesting time if we do that. So perhaps if I leave some of the rabble behind, leave a few lads in Glasgow for the time being. Is that too few? It might be. It might just be too few, but I kind of want to see if they take the bait, because I wouldn't mind damaging this force, and if I could get some forces down this way into England, it would start to wrap things up very nicely indeed. Now we've got Lincoln over here, because that's Lincolnshire, so Lincoln's around about here, so we can grab Lincoln potentially, just work around. There's the army again. Good. If we know where that is. Lincoln's just a small town or even a village on this. It's very small indeed. So I reckon... we lost the experience. God darn it. I'm not really sure what we're doing anymore. We're just losing all of everything. Okay, we've got silver. That will have to do. Right, we're going to grab these lads and take them forward out of Norwich. Because we've got to go south. Okay, we can probably, you know what, we'll just leave one unit there. We'll just leave the one tiny unit, and we'll worry about the rest of that later. We are going to have to cross the Ouse, so we'll move to the fort for now. I'm just tempted to see if there's a good idea here. Yeah, I'm going to have to sneak them round, which is a bit potentially problematic. I'm going to put them in the forest. Hopefully they won't even know we're there. Next time we can come around, take the watchtower. Maybe they won't notice that we've taken the watchtower. We'll have to hope and pray for that one. Okay, some of the forces from Arundel have started moving over to Winchester and over to Shaftesbury. Not quite one turn, but get in there. I suspect the army has gone back. Yeah, Cardiff has been taken. Yeah, they've reinforced Gloucester as a result. So I reckon, well, that boat's aware of us, so not the best scouting position in the world. But we've seen what we need to see. So let's go back here and get back hiding. Alright. Gloucester's well defended for the time being, but at some point they're going to try and attack Cardiff. And at that moment we should make our move. Okay. Right, we've got 20 odd lads over there. I tell you what, you can do a good job just scouting on that position over there. And you can come and join us over in Shaftesbury as well. That would be marvellous. Okay. Things are looking pretty solid down in the south of England. We've got tiny trickles of money coming through each turn. Now, I feel like we're about to blow the budget a little bit here, but well, we don't have any immediate conquering options. I do think like we're gathering a lot of stability right now. Into Inverlochy they come, and I'll be honest, I don't fancy our chances that much. We have ourselves the absolute bare minimum that we'd need to defend this. I think we did upgrade it in time though, so hopefully slightly stronger castle. Let's hit him. And I'm going to try a sleight of hand tactic this time in order to cause problems. I'm immediately going to send my horses out, and we're going to cause a little bit of chaos. Okay. So we're going to get these lads over here, because they are lacking in horses. Just going to get ourselves stuck on the Hoskulls, but honestly, just delaying them is kind of fun. So that's what we're going to do. These horses aren't going to be hugely useful otherwise. Archers are shooting in, as you might well expect. Dismounted Hoskulls are now putting down the ladders to go and chase us. Oh, that's just what we want. Lovely. And once they pick them up again, we'll charge in once more, and hopefully it just means a few more of them get picked off. But these are dismounted Huskarls who are frankly very, very scary indeed. So we'll charge terribly into the back of these lads, which honestly was not the best hit in the world, but it's done 13 or so damage, which isn't bad, I suppose. We'll take it. And we're going to charge into the side of the unit of the ram, just to confuse them even more. We're going to break, I suspect. We can just hold. Please just hold. Just keep causing chaos. Just the longer we hold them, the more damage we can cause. It's just all very silly, but I feel like it's doing something good. It's doing something good indeed. Okay, Viking Raiders are coming after us now. We're not broken. We're still unsteady and warmed up. I don't know if this is helping, but it's making them turn their backs, so that's something, I suppose. Unfortunately, at this point, they're all buying up the towers because they see that there are peasant archers over there. Oh, they're just mounted Huskarls. I think we should probably get some other actual infantry up on there to help, but the cav is certainly confusing matters. Let's pull out of there. We've done a bit more damage. They're Viking Raiders. They're damaged Viking Raiders. And that's, again, the kind of thing we want to see. These guys are still warmed up. The fact that their stamina is excellent is really helpful right now. They're going to start piling in all to the one tower. That's interesting. Not what I expected them to be doing, but okay, we can just pile more and more men onto the walls. I don't mind that. Gives you more time to pick off some of them with the cavalry. One bloke charging ahead just to ruin the surprise of the charge. But, again, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. And there are routes on both sides at this point. They've just left the ramp by the gate. They've left those ladders, which is interesting. We are piling on, shoving them in all directions. That's another route. Okay, this is surprisingly effective. Let's get our cavalry back over here. Let's mop them up, actually. If they're going to be running away, we can get on top of them while they are fleeing. Very nice indeed. Our lads are going to have to hold this place, but it looks like they're doing a very, very good job thus far. We are charging into dismounted Huskarls who are fleeing. Easy pickings and a delicious one at that. Sending the cavalry out has been a really good choice so far, I feel. So let's go and hit these Viking Raiders. We're getting more and more experience as we charge down these utter fools. Blow the horn of destiny. And was that a rout? Oh, it's a rout. Wow, this is good. We've got them breaking in behind their own lads here. That's what we want to see. Okay, they are putting up a fight on the tower here. But for some reason, my charges have completely thrown them. And they've left the ram. They've left the ladder. They're all trying to climb through here. And while it looks dramatic, yeah, there's only so many people who can climb a ladder in one go. So it's just going to be a continued slog. Some of our lads are fleeing, but we got the third and final unit of Huskarls or Highlanders or whatever they are, frankly, to try and hold position. We need these archers up on the wall here to guard this position and shoot them in the flanks. We still have men to throw at them. They are still holding on as the enemy. They still have men. They still have men, and we can charge them down, but our cav are exhausted at this point. So their fresh lads are slowly going to cause us more problems. Nonetheless, the charge is still sending them flying, and as long as we don't get too caught in all of that, yeah, they're more shaken, that's fine. And once more, we got the peasants coming in now, as well as the fresh Highlanders. The archers are not listening to my instruction at all. Blow the horn of destiny, and this Steve at the front here wants to go down. Oh, is that my general? Oh no! But he's been a glorious leader. He's finally routed. Oh, Steve, you fool. Now you're going to open the gate. I don't think they're going to follow him, though. We still seem to have largely done the job elsewhere on the battlefield. Is the archers are routing. You're behind your own walls, damn it! Utterly useless. The cavalry have just kind of left the door open. I'm not really sure how or why this has happened, but at this point, I suppose we'll send the cavalry back out to mop up what they can. Wow! Victory and lightning strikes. Glory, glory forever be our name. What a glorious victory indeed. We did lose half our men, but look at those numbers. There were proper Huskarls in there and everything. I'm pretty darn impressed with how we did there. Unfortunately, well, prisoners caught almost 200 and 170 kills. They did a very good job for what is a light scouting unit, quite frankly. Bit of experience gained, quite a lot of men lost at the very end, but yeah, some decent injuries inflicted by some of those lads. Lovely job. A hilarious ambush here by accident on 17 longbowmen and 9 down militia. Guess you might as well give it a go. As you might imagine, this battle was basically us just charging cav straight into them and immediately killing their general, and I would hope immediately routing the enemy. Not quite an immediate rout though, sadly. We have, though, I think, done a lot of damage. There we go. An accidental ambush Did the job in the end. Unfortunately for our heroes, we have no withdrawal points, which is kind of harsh considering we were ambushing. I feel like that shouldn't be the case. We're not going to be able to win this. Well, my basic plan is do as much damage as I can, which is essentially smash the catapults. And hope we don't rout before we manage to do that. So, smash the catapults, flee! And we fled. Well, his heroism didn't last very long. Going to move our lads from Norwich around to this forest here. Hopefully the watchtower right next to us can't see us. And then we'll wander them up towards Lincoln in time. Over in Arundel we do have a few more units. We'll just send him up to London in time. We're going to get a few good units there. But we are now out of money, which is a little bit of a problem. Oh yes, we are under siege over here as well. We do though have some Ulster swordsmen, which is marvellously good news. Powerful charge, incredibly powerful attack in general. We did though have some rebels around here. Yes, there we are. We were trying to get them up north. I need to not forget that they exist. My attempt to teach the Scottish away from Dumfries and towards my fort may have had a slight problem, which is the Norwegians turning up, so I guess we're headed back to chop them down. Well, they don't seem to want to actually come and face me, so we're going to have to play the old turneroo, which hopefully will work. We're just going to twist them around the hill here. We do have some of our reinforcements from the town in the flank, just to cause them a little bit of thinking. But they are on a hill, so I'm going to avoid a frontal assault, especially as I have very defensive units with all of my Highland pikemen here. Now, actually, them lads are running forward. Their crossbows are anyway, so let's just send in our cav running in to smash them. That sounds marvellous to me. Now, hopefully before they get the shot off, we will manage to hit them. I think we might just about get lucky in that regard. Yeah, I think we're just going to hit them. Perfect. Get there. Oh, that really wasn't a charge from that side, but they're wavering and they are broken. That's what we want to see. Keep chopping them down and start running away, lads. Now, these guys, can you... Oh, no. Okay. Okay, they've not really done what I just asked them to there, have they? Okay. These lads, you move over here, I guess. Let's just hope that we can manage this. Oh, our horse have ran away. Hopefully they'll come back. That'd be very irritating if they didn't. Now, these guys are going to be taking on this border horse over here. That's interesting. Svenna! Ah, they have the Svenna. Lovely. Let's charge in and we'll take them out. Not really sure why we're charging into a horse charge, but we're going to do it anyway. There we go. Alright, well, he's eaten that pretty nicely. Now, no. Our cavalry, the cavalry that still exists anyway, you guys get yourself into that position. Now these archers can do what they're at the front to do, which is to run away, which seems like an odd thing, but no. We're going to send them over to the hill, of course, because flanking is much, much better for our lads here. Now, I actually don't have my pike fix on this particular occasion. I've not put it on this DLC at the moment. But, oh, we've actually eaten the charge of the archers. That kind of works for me, actually. Okay, we will do that. And we've got these guys as well coming out this way. What happened to our other lads, by the way? Have they won? They've not won. They've actually got the Savannah surrounded, but are failing miserably. Okay, well, we've got our cav. They can do some interesting work. Infantry, you deal with them. We've got those guys to cover the flanks. Yeah, we actually haven't got the pikes fully activated, so what I've got them in right now, I don't actually have them in guard, which would help a little bit. But I've got them doubly set up right now, so let's get them set up properly. There we go. Okay, so they're now as much of a position as they can be. These archers are now slightly negated by the fact that our other lads are over here. Okay, you get over there. That'll be fine. You guys smash into them. You smash into them. Viking Raiders there. My Highland... Oh, the Highland Archers are being picked off. I wondered why they were just hanging out over there. They're killing our men. That's not what we want at all. Not what we want at all. But we have got a mass rail with every other unit, so we should probably just send everyone over here. Archers, maybe just start running away at this point. It's best if you don't die, I suppose. And, okay, that's good. Good. Hit them with the charge, and that should be it. Should pretty much be the battle over, because at this point looks like we've got them pretty much all rounded up and all surrounded. These guys are fighting to the death. That can be more dangerous than we think sometimes. They're also broken. All infantry then into the last unit, who are they still taking on some of our Highlanders? No, they're not. Highland archers have run away. Good. Battle seems to be won. A little bit of a strange affair. Not quite what I was anticipating at the start, but it looks like a victory nonetheless. And the Irish are taking on Derry. I think we've got enough to defend that for the time being. And we have ourselves a stupid ambush, which is not what we really wanted for this scout here. But hey-ho, that is pretty much how all the scouts end up dying. The Norse are wasting their time on the 12 men, which is perfect. Aha! Interesting.
Weary of aggression from its neighbours, a new hero has emerged to unite Scotland's clans. His name is William Wallace. A minor noble he may be, but behind him march thousands of warriors, each one with freedom in his heart and a sword in his hand.
Yes, freedom in his heart and a sword in his hand. Okay, I've no idea what that accent was, but William Wallace has emerged, ladies and gentlemen, which probably suggests that the Scottish have lost Aberdeen or something along those lines. I'm not sure we can see that region. I don't know, but I'm guessing that must be the case, because it isn't just to do with England taking their land, it's just in general Scotland losing enough land. So they have Arran, Dumfries, Perth and Edinburgh. Yes, good old Edinburgh. Alright, so with any of those 4 left, then they are indeed at the William Wallace point. Interesting. We'll let them burn that out against the Norse with any luck. That would be grand. And we'll hold off on the plan for Edinburgh for now, because we might as well let William Wallace do his dirty work. Okay, so we also have a time machine, which actually we're doing alright. I don't think we need to worry about the time machine for now. We do have a few problems to deal with. Still waiting for boats in a useful part of the world, of course. Derry, yes, let's see actually what we've got to face over here. We don't know, but they're going to spit down our neck as well, which is just beautiful. Okay, this is actually a pretty good army. It's a pretty good army. They've got riders, which is interesting. Horse boys, the most creative of all the names in history. And these lads that I don't know how to pronounce. So, okay, they've brought some heavy lads to the field. We do have some Ulster swordsmen ourselves, not a huge amount. I'm going to hope the billmen will do the job. I don't have missiles, though. So there's not a lot for my cav to do with their cav here. No, there's not a lot of sallying opportunity. I would suggest this one we just let them assault and see how it goes. They've got siege equipment already, so hopefully they're going to head in before too long. Oh, Athens is also under siege. This is also a problem. Okay, the Irish might be stronger than planned. Now I know some people who played this before have said Ireland has become quite a good stronghold for them, and then they launched their invasion into the British Isles. But no, I think ours is going to go the other way, isn't it? I think that seems like the case. Okay, Scotland's somewhat on hold. We're just going to sit around for the time being. If we can get reinforcements to Inverlochy, I would like to do that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's priority right now. Let's not worry too much about that. We'll ignore Scotland. What we can do, though, is start thinking more about England. Now, their big army is still sitting over there. We can sneak up around towards Lincoln then. Still looking like a good plan to me. There she is. The beautiful little town of Lincoln. That's not going to give us much booty, but it's going to be worth something. This looks very green. Yes, indeed it does. Aha, Shrewsbury has gone to the Welsh, which is interesting. Interesting indeed. We still have our fort, of course, which means maybe they're going to give us a poke in a minute. That might, though, just leave Gloucester looking a bit weak. Now, it has clearly got an army right now, so let's not rush in. But something to bear in mind, indeed. Okay, let's go and take out Admiral John on our way up north. And, okay, we'll head towards Pembrokeshire and just see what's what. And the Irish are going to head into Derry, and unfortunately Captain Kirk has got himself a few too many heavy infantry for my liking. I'm not convinced we're going to be able to hold this one. They have themselves only one ram, one ladder and one siege tower, but a lot of cav to push through the inevitable gate smash in. So we'll see if these English billmen can do anything, but they are a little bit of a random unit sometimes. The Kerns are absolutely useless. The peasants I honestly have more faith in, but I think we might well lose, and apparently we've disappeared. Oh god, that's a bad omen. Let's head in. Inevitably this ram will not burn down at all, but what might well happen is that we have our billmen effective against armour to take on a lot of their heavy lads, which could be interesting if that is indeed the way it goes. Now they've actually got some of their Ulster swordsmen coming up to this wall, which is interesting because we've got two sets of kerns up here, so it might be a case of just guard mode in for as long as possible. As for the ram, yes, it indeed has made it, and the tower, of course. I would say typical it's raining, because it always rains to make sure I don't burn down their ram, but equally it's Ireland, so of course it's always raining. I'm not feeling too confident, although I do have a little hill to charge down in this kind of a direction, so we'll see if that does anything. I can't tell if these lads on the walls here are wearing massive nappies or are just some sort of turtle men. They might just be turtle men. they do look very strange up here on the wall. Are they supposed to have shields on their backs with cloaks over the top? They do look like humongous turtle slash nappies. I don't know, but what I do know is that they're actually doing a surprisingly decent job of dealing with the Ulstermen, so it's probably just the towers. But you know what, I will take it. You lads onto guard mode, and we'll see how that one goes. So what do they have over in this part of the world? These are their heavy lads up here, aren't they? Yes, the Muir, which I can't pronounce, obviously. Now, these lads are going to cause a lot of problems for those peasants, but there are a few Ulster swordsmen there at the front as well. Again, hopefully the tower will do the job. Oh, they're running straight up there. That's interesting. Okay, not quite what I was anticipating, but yeah, no, we'll see how all of that goes. We'll leave these lads to charge when they get the opportunity. We've actually broken those Ulster swordsmen impressively quickly. There goes the general. Indeed, he has fallen off his horse, which is not very good for a lad called a rider. But there we go. They're breaking, the billmen are doing a very nice job. I mean, horses running into billmen should work very nicely for us. But, you know, I'm pretty happy with this. They're all running away. I think at this point we can even send our Ulster swordsmen up to the wall here just to push these more over the edge. There are a few lads pushing around at the gate, but I tell you at this point we might actually just start to send in some of our billmen to just do a little bit more of the pokey hacky job. Now take them on defense mode. I'm interested to see if they do worse this time or better. We'll never find out because they've immediately broken them. Oh well, works for us. Get my cav out of here, please. We might as well start chasing things down as much as possible. And honestly, I'd be amazed if the one unit up here doesn't rout soon. But now we get the cav out of the town, but to chase them down as they come in. We now have the strange thing where they're deciding to rally just as we come out of the town. So we've now got ourselves a bit of a strange sandwich going on. It's fine because they will almost certainly break immediately, although they might get a nice charge in there. They did indeed. 60 goes down to 34. Oh my, that was a horrible, horrible charge. Okay, I thought they would rout a little bit quicker than they did. Let's be a little bit more careful in future because we might well need some of these lads alive. Let's get our horses on top of all of them and get our infantry just running forward as well. I just said everyone, didn't I? I did indeed. These guys are actually still fighting over here, Thomas. Maybe you should make sure that they chop down these lads, because who's running away? The peasants. That's not really surprising. They're also running. Maybe let's get the billmen back to the city, actually, just to make sure. It's a weird game of cat and mouse outside the city, but we are mopping them up gradually. Apart from that one stack of billmen who got slaughtered, by and large, you've done a good job. Just this one unit up here that won't die, so we're just kind of gathering all of our infantry just around, just to stand around at this point, to be honest. I don't really know what they want to do, but we'll just get them shot by the towers and wait for them to run away, I guess, because everyone else is already gone. Amazingly, their bar is still this high even at this point. They have nothing left but these 35 men. Everyone else is routing. And yet the bar is that high. It's quite spectacular. Presumably, do we have any shots coming at these guys? 35? No? I'm not sure any shots are actually coming in at them. Interesting. Might actually have to take them down. I did say I was interested to see if the Billmen could do anything here, and no, they've decided to rout through the last 30 men of the Irish. We're actually struggling to finish them off, in spite of the fact there's like no one left to kill. It's very, very strange. Do we want to? Does anyone want to win this battle? We are gradually killing one or two of them, but this one unit is so brutal. It's just murdering us all. Everyone, please. We're losing so much. This bar's got bigger. Like, Cav, can you come back and just intimidate them slightly? Because we are going to lose, and I haven't got the timer on. We've killed like no one. Killed like no one. This is obscene. We've got the timer on, so I can't wait for it to end. They've got a... We're routing again. I have a new tactic now, which is not fight them at all, and actually just... If I get off the walls, they might decide to actually, you know, attack the plaza, since they are actually attacking. And once they're on the floor, then our Cav might be able to run in the back and finish the darn fiends off. Ridiculous, lads. Okay, they're going to try and take us all on the plaza. Then, in which case, we can take on these 25 utter mad heroes. Oh, this is ridiculous. We did such a good job. Apart from that one unit of Billmen I threw to their death, we actually did a really good job. And, okay, I'm going to send the Cav back out because they're actually eager. They're pursuing us out of the city. No, they're not. Okay. So we're just going to walk our lads in and charge them from behind, obviously, as we should do. They're so intimidating, damn it. Okay, all of my men, get information, please. Do something special. In we come then. Time to take on these heroes, and they are quite chunky, lads. I mean, to be fair, we did send in, you know, the Ninja Turtles. Well, not the Ninja Turtles. I don't quite know what these lads are. But we sent in some lads to deal with them. We've still only killed about 2, even in this particular affair. They are now officially wavering. Will the charge actually do it? Here comes the heroic charge. Victory is ours. Can't see, but I'm throwing a fist in the air in celebration of this utter travesty of a victory. What is it with this town? The Irish truly do mean business today, don't they? Because they are now into Athens as well. And this time they've got 7,000 rams to make sure that there's no way they can't get in. Although we are this time in a castle, which is lovely news. They do, though, have 2 ladders, 2 towers, and more of these absolute doom monsters. They have 2 hit points, Thomas. Yeah, I didn't realise. When they're down to 30, I thought they'd lost 2/3 of their men. No, they only have 45. I don't know this unit very well. It's been a long time since I have played on the Britannia expansion, and I don't remember much of the Irish lads. So, interesting indeed. Right, we've got one more unit of the madmen to take out, and this time we do at least have some archers. It is worth bearing in mind that we are a castle, and so we instantly have ourselves a ridiculous set of missiles coming at them. Hopefully they won't waste too much of it on trying to shoot down the towers, which will inevitably fail, of course, but we can do some hefty damage. Gallic archers and Gallic archers. Okay, this side is probably going to be fine. We've got some town militia here. To be honest, wouldn't mind switching you around with these kerns then, if that is all we're going to have to face over on this side, because we already have, yeah, ourselves a couple kerns over here to deal with all these Gallic archers. Okay, shooting those lads down, which is nice indeed. Let's just get you lads running over here. Anytime you like, that will be good reinforcement. Lots and lots of missiles coming in. Inevitably, the rain has begun because Athens is a wet kind of town. Spear militia in position over here. We've got some archers to shoot into. Oh god, it's those lads. We better get a few early shots in. We're going to try shooting them in the back. These guys are just going to have to hold as long as possible. Damn it. So, we also have ourselves the standard kind of archers here, just to cause as much death and violence as we can. Archers at the front. Interesting. We've got the riders as well. We know they're not the greatest. Some nice shots coming in from all those angles. And where are my kerns? Are they getting into position? Just about. Really need to... Oh no, they're running the other way. You're running the... Yeah, you guys get into position over there. We're getting in each other's way. That does sound about right, doesn't it? Okay, you guys need to turn up. There we go, just in time. Just in time for these archers to get themselves shot. They're now fighting. I don't want you to be fighting. I want you to be shooting over there. The kerns will turn up. Don't you worry about all of that nonsense. You can fight them later. Okay, these lads are also up here on the wall ready for them. Towers will do the job that they need to. The ram has indeed made it, as you would obviously expect. It does mean we can now drown some of these lads in arrows, particularly some of these units who want to stand here right at the front. They're going to get themselves slaughtered. The tower lads are slowly working their way up. This is going to be a bloody, bloody affair. In we charge! And smash the Gallic archers at the front and immediately hopefully get ourselves a break. Now, pile onto defense mode. We're just going to try and pen them in position. General needs to get himself over in support position as soon as possible. The Doom lads are up here. We'll use fire as much as possible, but honestly, that's going to go very badly indeed. I'm pretty certain we should be fine over on these two flanks. What have we got? Ooh, it's not going quite as well as I was hoping for, is it? No, it's not. You lads, just get them dealt with. That's the general once again. That's a good start for us. That's what we need to see. Okay, enemy general has fallen, which means, oh yeah, they're melting like Swiss cheese at the gate. That's what we want to see. Lovely stuff. They're piling out. We are going to hold position and not run forward, which means we can start picking them off. Oh yeah, we can pick them off as they've run. Oh, there's an officer swordsman here. I kind of missed that entirely. Anyone want to deal with them? I guess we probably should. Luckily, these lads are going to stand around long enough to get themselves absolutely murdered, which is good because that's the only chance I have against them. These guys are indeed getting themselves shot in the back, and by that I mean they've lost 2 men, and one of them was lost before they even got up here. So, okay, that was, I mean, one of them at least. There we go, one more died. We'll get there one day. To be honest, over here, can you shoot them? No, you can't. I think we might have done just enough with these kerns to hold on. Good, and these, but we did lose their experienced archers, which is unfortunate. Those lads are also gone. Good. Town militia, get yourself back over there. I'm sorry, I'm just giving you lads the run around, but you are doing fine and dandy like lemon shandy. Oh, it's just about working out so far. If all else fails, we do of course have ourselves the Doom Towers over on the plaza to help us out. What have I got over here, by the way? I've got myself... Oh, I've got one more unit of kerns. Okay. Well, to be honest, you guys might have to deal with the Muir, who seem to have broken through. That's hardly surprising, but also slightly concerning because we are possibly going to struggle to take them out. Are they going to come back in at this very moment? I have a bad feeling they might, you know. There are a few units around, but not too much. Okay, fine. All shots need to go onto these lads. Yes, we've got them broken. We've routed them. Oh, praise be to Jeebus. We've done the undoable. We've got the Moira routing. Okay, I would love to chase them down, but I don't think I'm going to get the chance. Damn it. They're going to run up here and back out over there. Fine. You lads, please chase them down. And the Moira are inevitably back. They're already shaken, though, which is good for us. The Spear Militia will probably die momentarily. But, to be honest, it's not the worst thing. I mean, I actually, rather them come down here and get themselves killed. So, tell you what, we'll just get these two to stand down here, pull them in into perfect shooting position, and then we'll deal with them as they come back in. The rest of them, what are they doing? The horses are hanging all the way back here. Probably good, lads. Probably best if you go, I don't know, all the way behind that mountain. Sod off, basically. Most of this at this point is just archers standing around and getting themselves shot. Damn and blast! I've accidentally sent these guys chasing after the Moira by accident. And it's just when their cavalry decide to run in. So now their cavalry is going to slaughter our darn swordsmen. Ugh! We've just lost the Ulster swordsmen because... oh, those Moira. Even when they flee! They cause chaos to our ranks. I hate them so much. Victory is officially ours in spite of us getting slaughtered by accident at the end there. Okay, time to mop up as much as we can, but honestly, it's just these lads over here who need to go down. This time it perhaps is only the mightiest / slightly foolish of all the generals. Captain Colin, of all the lads, was the one who did it. Oh, lovely. Look how terrible all of our inflicted casualties were. It's pretty much entirely the towers. Okay, we may have sustained a few too many injuries to some key units, but the victory is there for now. Thankfully, we do have ourselves a little spare army running around Ireland, so they can head over to Athens at this point, and we'll get as many of them as possible to head into the city. There's a little bit of merging we can do anyway, so that should help the rest of them all join up to the forces. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So Athens is now pretty safe for the time being. The English still in that fort. They are indeed. Lifford over here is upsetting me, but the Norse have now landed, so Derry's just a case of we'll hold on to it for as long as we can, which might not be much longer after that particular showing. So, okay, so Shropshire is still under Welsh control. Interesting. As for good old Shaftesbury down here, we can, I guess, start sending the odd scouts. Okay, they do still have a full stack-ish over there to deal with us. So we've hit a little bit of a roadblock with England, whereby there's not a lot more we can do other than poke into Lincoln, which is a little bit of the soft underbelly. Up north, I'm not sure. Yeah, Yorkshire's still under the Baron Alliance, which is interesting. Cumberland and Lancashire are back under English control. So the Baron Alliance, yeah, they got Cheshire as well. So the Baron Alliance might just be York at this point. I don't know why I'm spinning around here. This is just a fort. York's more in this direction. Okay. Things are... well, what starts up today with a couple nice victories with Launceston and Norwich has kind of ended up with a huge pile of defensive situations. We've held out so far. But our money is still just sitting just below zero, which means we're struggling to get any more troops out. So really, we just had a weakened position for the last couple of turns. And here's William Wallace, who of course, he's not going to do anything to the Norse who are causing all the problems. No. He's going to go straight over to Inverlochy, isn't he? We know that's what he's going to do, just to annoy us. But we're doing a pretty good job overall. I'm quite pleased. Ireland's just what it is, I suppose. We should probably see what else we can do. Maybe we need to get some scouts out and around, and perhaps, yeah, let's... oh, these different units, are they? Okay, we've got the Hollowbar and we've got the Hubbagur. So, yeah, maybe we'll send some scouts out, see where opportunities are potentially lying around for us, and soon pounce. No one on that Norse ship. Interesting. Yeah, perhaps a fun poke at the Welsh could be an interesting one for next time. We could do something silly like that. Cardiff must be full of money. It's near a large town. Okay, it's not very full of money at all. But, you know, it's something. And right now, we just need anything we can get. So maybe we'll set that up for next time. It's been an interesting campaign so far. We'll have to see where it goes from here. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Denez the Human. And this has been our Medieval 2 Britannia Rebels campaign. Thank you. and bye-bye. Have you heard the good news, my friends? Here's the good news! It's the Pope! Has the Pope ever done as badly as I'm doing as the Pope right now? God only knows. God only knows. Down goes the spoon of destiny. And there he goes! It took every last bolt we had